Hey guys, welcome to the Python programming tutorial for beginners. My name is Puneet and I'm the technical trainer for Uplatz. In this series of tutorial, we will start with basics of Python and cover the advanced level of programming using Python. So let's begin our presentation. So Python is one of the most loved programming languages by computer engineers, software developers, data scientists, software engineers, and almost all, including trainers, because of its simplicity, versatility, flexibility, and object-oriented features. So before going to the next slides, let's see today's agenda. So I'll be covering the topics like why learn Python programming, features of Python programming, importance of Python, and applications of Python programming, right? So this is quite a non-technical stuff today. So in the coming slides, I will cover the more advanced technical concepts using Python. So let's begin. So what is Python? Python is a general purpose, interpreted, interactive, object-oriented, and high-level programming language. It was created by Guido van Rossum during 1985 and 1990. By interpreted by high-level language, I mean there are three types of programming languages. One is low-level language, one is middle-level language, and one is the high-level language. In short, low-level languages are quite difficult for the humans to understand, whereas high-level languages like Python are easily understood by the humans and are also easy to code, right? So Python is a high-level language. All these object-oriented, interpreted, general purpose, these terms I'll be covering in the forthcoming slides. So let's go to the next slide. So the first topic, why learn Python programming? So there are so many programming languages out in the market, right? So why should you pick Python for programming? So let's see the reasons to pick Python. So you can see the reasons there. Almost anything can be built using Python. So in the previous slide, I was telling you that Python is a general purpose programming language. So Python is a general purpose program which can be used to build almost any kind of application. So Python is a general purpose. The next one is it's the most common language preferred by machine learning and data science. So as you know that machine learning and data science are the two most important technologies today, and these two technologies depend on Python for their development. And the other reasons being Python jobs are well paid, Python programming is increasing ever the high demand, Python is fast, Python is easy, and Python is used by all the big companies. All the big companies like YouTube, Netflix, Instagram, Facebook, Google, Ola, Uber, and many more use Python for their development. So Python is used in almost all the big companies, right? So Python is that important. So the next slide, features of Python programming. So what are the features of Python, right? So Python is easy to code. Python is free and open source. It means Python is freely available in internet. You can just download the Python and start executing the program. It has a very easy syntax and easy to learn programming syntax. The next one is object-oriented language. Python supports both object-oriented as well as structure-oriented language. In object-oriented features, the Python supports classes, objects, encapsulation, polymorphism, which makes Python more secure. So this is object-oriented language paradigm. Next is GUI programming support. So the graphical user interface can also be developed using Python. The most common package that supports GUI is tkinter, right? So that is the GUI programming support. High-level language, I told you Python is a high-level language that can be easily understood by the humans. It is also easy to code. Python is a portable language. So what is meant by portable language? You have to write a Python program and you can execute the same code in almost all the platforms. I mean, you can execute the same program in Windows, on Linux, Unix, Android, iOS. That is the meaning of portable language. Python can be implemented in almost all the platforms. Platforms, I mean operating systems. So Python is a portable language. Interpreted language. So what is the difference between interpreter and a compiler? In compiler, your program is checked completely for any errors. And if it has even a single error, you will not get the output. But in the interpreted language, your program is checked line by line, and the output is given for all the instructions that are syntactically correct. So it makes the debugging quite easier. So in the interpreter checks the program line by line and it gives the output for all the correct statements. Whereas in the compiler, you will not get the output even if the program has a single error also. So Python is a interpreted language. Then dynamically typed language. If you know C, C++, Java, you remember for every variable, you must specify the data type like integer, float, string, character. But in Python, you don't have to do that. Python is a dynamically typed language. The program, the interpreter will dynamically take the data types based on the values. If you enter a digit, it's taken as an integer. If you enter a string, it's taken as a string data type. You don't have to exclusively mention the data type. So these are the features of Python. There are many more features which I'll be covering later. Next is importance of Python programming. So why it is important to learn Python? So as I told, used extensively in machine learning and data science, has vast modules and packages for scientific computing. The most common packages and modules in Python are pandas, numpy, matplotlib, tensorflow, scipy. All these packages make Python a very strong language. These can be used to program any complicated projects. Then greater expansion in future, Python, the uses of Python, the applications of Python will increase in the coming future. Great career and employment opportunities. If you learn Python, there is a large, you're very likely to bag a good job for yourself if you know Python. So that is a more employment opportunities. So this is how Python is important. So next is applications of Python programming. So where all Python is used to develop the projects. So to name a few, Python is used in machine learning and data science, artificial intelligence, data visualization. So what is machine learning? So in short, machine learning is a technology that uses the historical data to predict the future decisions. So machine learning and artificial intelligence depend on Python. Data science and data visualization. So since today a huge amount of data is generated from every aspect of life, we need to make out important decisions from that data. And data science deals with extracting the important data. So Python is used extensively in data science. And what is data visualization? Visualization like graph, plotting the graph, different types of graph, bar graph, plot graph, right? All these data visualization technique depend on Python. So Python package called matplotlib is used for the data visualization. Then business applications, CAD applications, computer aided and design applications, desktop GUI. As I told you, the Python package called tkinter is used to develop the graphical user interface applications, web scraping applications, game development, and web development. So what is web scraping? Web scraping is data scraping used for extracting data from websites. Web scraping software may access the World Wide Web directly using the HTTP or through a web browser. So Python is used extensively for even the web scraping applications. So also the game development, which is quite difficult. Game development, you need to have a well-defined graphics, and Python has specific modules and packages for game development and also the web development. So these are the topics inside our agenda today. As I had shown you, we have covered the topics like why should you learn Python programming, features of Python programming, importance and applications. So in the upcoming slides, I will show you the basics of Python programming, like what are the basic building blocks of Python, right? So those are known as tokens. So I hope you have understood the importance of Python programming. So next, let's see in the next tutorial, right? See you.